You might know his face. There's an even better chance you know his music. With top 10 hits such as I Like the Way, Russell Neal was part of the 90s boy band sensation High Five. But then,
Russell walked.
A reversal of fortune. A supermodel caught in the storm.
He just kept saying they got in a fight.
And a tragic question, just how far can one star fall?
She was beaten and stabbed.
She was murdered.
Russell's beautiful girlfriend, Catherine Martinez, would stop at nothing to be on top.
She was very ambitious. She was very fun, energetic, and honest.
It doesn't matter how hard she had to fight to do it, it would get done.
And it did.
And it did. It did.
The stunning 24-year-old Texas girl had the looks, the energy, and infectious drive to be in the public eye.
She was actually a fitness trainer. She was modeling, and then she was training to try to become a boxer, a female boxer.
And bodybuilding.
And bodybuilding.
She did win some championships on that.
But Catherine built her greatest hopes on her two boys.
She was always around them, made sure that everything was okay. She was made sure that a plate of food for them that was never missing.
She was a great mom.
Yes, very protected.
What wasn't working was her relationship with the kid's dad, Russell Neal. But there was a point when Russell Neal was at the top of his game, back when High Five was scoring hit after hit on the pop charts.
How good were they?
They were awesome. It was just an amazing group. So when you first met them, you fell in love with them. Their personalities are just young teenagers having a great time.
Jonathan Kinloch was just a kid himself when he got hired as the High Five's road manager. He says Russell was the dreamy one with the smooth moves.
Yes, I'm available.
He was cool Russ. He was the one who always was able to control his temper. The ladies loved Russell.
And did he love the ladies back?
He loved the ladies back.
In record company press kits like this, the 16-year-old is promoted as a lovelorn Lothario.
They want a few that's looking for love.
But Russell felt High Five was keeping him down.
Russell decided that he wanted to have more of a singing part, but the labels and the producer didn't think that that was an appropriate decision to make.
So he walked.
So he walked.
Good decision?
Looking back, I don't think so. I think that Russell did not have a solid footing on where he was going to take his life at that particular time.
Nearly 20 years later, it looks like solid footing might finally come when Russell meets Catherine, the stunning beauty nearly half his age.
That's where everything changed. Everything changed in our life.
Catherine's mom and sisters weren't too sweet on her new sugar daddy.
Something about him, his eyes, it was just something dark. So I didn't like him from the get-go. It was just the way he came, like, he was really stuck up. You ain't got no money, stop it.
But Russell's past in the spotlight dazzled the girl with stars in her eyes.
She used to brag about him at first. Oh, he got all this money and he's saying this and he's so cool. To her, it was everything.
Yeah.
Because he was popular back in the day, but I kept telling her he ain't popular no more.
Not popular and flat broke too. That forced Catherine to be the breadwinner for her, Russell, and their two little boys.
Using her money, he just, she was the moneymaker for him.
But money was the least of their problems.
Was there domestic violence?
Yes.
Yes. There were bruises and scratches, and she would try to come to our house with makeup. And she would try to cover it up with makeup. You would see the foundation and everything trying to cover up her eyes, but we would tell.
Still, the smooth-talking crooner was always able to charm his way back into Catherine's life.
Russell kept telling her, I've changed, won't do it. We have a family, we need to be together.
She always defended him. Oh, he's a good dad. He ain't no good dad, girl.
But finally, enough is enough. Catherine's relationship with Russell is as washed up as his career.
She was ready to, do her own life by herself with her 2 kids. She put the kids in a new private school, homework in the morning. She had their lunches ready, breakfast ready. You can tell how organized she was. She wanted them to succeed.
It was a new beginning for Catherine and the kids.
Happy Mother's Day!
But call it mother's intuition, Mary saw something different the last time her daughter visited.
When she left that day, she said, "Bye, Mom." It was kind of like when you turn the light off, like a little sadness. It was like she was saying goodbye, but she didn't realize what she was saying.
It's an ominous premonition, and 4 days later would prove chillingly prophetic. A dedicated High Five fan catches a glimpse of Russell at the Houston Police Department. The fan excitedly snaps these shots of the faded superstar, who's waiting to speak to police about Catherine.
He just kept saying they got in a fight and that she might need medical attention.
But it's worse than that, much worse. Coming up, paramedics bust in on a bloodbath.
The only thing I recognized about her, it was her teeth.